Yo, it's me, Noble Zen, back at again another video. Today I want to do a quick breakdown of the new forest map. I'm going to go over the callouts I've been using. I've run it a couple times in 8s, custom games. I've ran it like 5 or 6 times in Ranked Slayer. So I'm going to go over like all the callouts I've been using. I'm sure they'll evolve over time, but I haven't seen anybody put out like a legit guide yet, so I figured I'll throw one out there, hopefully help out. I'll go over some of the weapon spawns and equipment spawns too. But I'm going to split the map up into 5 sections. It'll be north side, south, east, west, and then mid. Sounds confusing at first, but the callouts don't seem that bad. It's a circular map. So if, 50-50 shot, you get the callout right. So I'm going to start off on the west side, and I'm going to work my way counterclockwise all the way around the map, and then I'll go through mid. Alright, so we're going to start off with the altar spawn. I call this whole area right here back altar. And then when you cross over to where the altar actually is, I've been calling this spot altar. You got the frag spawn and the DMR spawn over here. Nothing too crazy. This bridge I've been calling altar bridge. It leads straight into temple. And I call this bottom temple down here. I don't have a call out for these tunnels. I usually just either call it top temple or bottom temple. And hopefully my teammates understand. You got shotgun and shroud screen down here. I call this backlift over here. Leads straight up to top temple. And then I call this balcony where the sniper spawns. Just trying to steal that from streets. And then for the top pathings, what I do is from looking at the temple. Top left and then top right for temple. That's what I've been using. Generally my teammates understand it. In customs I run with people I know, so it's a little easier, but I've been using that in the open mic on random matchmaking when I'm working out. Continuing from temple to the right, over here we got the grotto. I haven't thought of a better call. That's what the map named it, so that's what I'm sticking with. Then we got grotto bridge right here, which leads you over to the cliffs. I call this whole section right here cliff plat. And up here where the spawn is, I call back cliff because they got this cover right here. Then continue to the right, this is cliff pool. And then it leads up to the same thing from looking at shrine. This would be right shrine. And then shrine. And right here you got the sword spawn. And then left shrine. And then it continues its loop straight through stumps. I like that call out. It's on the map. It's like the pre-made one, so I've been sticking with it. You got the commando and the shield wall. And that brings you right back to back altar. So that's what I've been using for the outside of the map. I'm going to go through the middle section now. So we got the heat wave and we got the commando. I just call this trees because this is like the highest popularity or population of trees. And I call this bottom mid. I don't have any good names for like the pathings yet. But generally I say bottom mid and people look down here and it works out so far. Out here, I call this big river, this big section. And then tree ramp, which leads back up into trees. Big river's like right below sniper and all that. And then I call this section after this rock like small river, or generally I just call it the river bridge. And then they should see them, you know what I mean? Going back over to mid. This is top mid. Pretty self-explanatory. And I've been calling this section up here mid ring, because you can do this little hop up. And you can be all up here at the sniper, getting some crazy angles. I just call this mid ring. Generally, my teammates seem to understand what I'm talking about. And then you got dinos right here, which I use as a call as well because they're always there. And then stalker rifle down there is another call I've been using, just to try and like break up the elevation tiers into different callouts. So I either call sword or I just call it shrine, whichever one. If sword's up, I'll call it sword because it's super easy to find. If sword's down, I'll say shrine. So you got shrine, and then below it, you got the stalker rifle. To the left, we got the grapple right here. I just call this grapple ledge. Grapple's generally up so people can hopefully understand what I'm talking about. And I call this one hollow tree. It's the name in the map, and I think it fits perfectly. It's the only big ass hollow tree. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the callouts. And then shotgun right here. If I didn't already mention that, can't remember. So I'm sure they'll evolve over time, especially as I don't know if it'll ever go over to ranked arena or HCS or anything, but as people get more reps in and ranked Slayer, and if it stays as a map for a while, I'm sure it'll evolve. Those are the calls I've been using in matchmaking. 80% of the time, my teammates know what I'm talking about, the randoms. Obviously, when I'm running with my friends, they know what I'm talking about because we came up with the callouts together. But randoms have been catching on. It's nothing too crazy. You could even simplify it even more if you want. Just say sword side, sniper side, top mid, and then like their spawn and our spawn. But that's up to you. That's all for today. Hopefully this helps you navigate this map with your boys or calling it out in a random queue like I have to. New videos every single day. Hope you liked it, and I'll catch you all next time.
Nobles in here. I just want to say I appreciate y'all watching the video. Consider subscribing and dropping a like. And if you're enjoying the content, I stream right here on YouTube every Friday and Saturday night and Sunday at noon. So I'd love to have you stop by and say what's up. But that's all for today, and I'll catch you all next time.